Now let's talk about 8.6, identifying solutions to inequalities, key concepts, and examples. First, let's talk about the key concepts. A sentence such as x is greater than 5 is called an inequality. Unlike equations we have used, inequalities can have infinitely many solutions. A solution is a value for x that makes the inequality true. Here are some symbols and words to describe an inequality. In the first box, we have greater than. You can read it as is more than, is greater than, or is above, such as x is greater than 5. In the second box, we have greater than or equal to. You could say that as is greater than or equal to, is at least, is no less than, or a minimum. X is at least 5. In the third box, we have less than, is less than, or is below, as in x is below 5. And in the last box, we have is less than or equal to. You could say that it is less than or equal to, is at most, is no more than, or the maximum. X is at most 5. This is going to be a very important chart for you guys to look at, so if you need to ever go back and look at them, remember 8.6 has your chart with all the symbols in them. Let's move on to examples. In our examples, we want to determine the solution to the inequality. Similar to what we did with equations, we're going to substitute the variable in, the number in for the variable, and then we're going to go through the work. Different from equations is we wanted to see if both sides were equal to each other. In these examples, we want to see if when we plug in the number, if it makes the statement true. So we might have less than symbols, we might have greater than symbols, we might have less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So the symbol that's in there is going to dictate a lot in the problem that we are working on. Before I go over the examples, I would like you guys to pause the video, and then I would like you to do the problems on your own, discuss them in your group, and once you guys have come to an agreement, then go ahead and play the video to check to see if you have all of the right answers. Go ahead and pause now. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you've discussed the answers with your group. So I'm going to quickly go over these so that you can check. If you have any of them wrong, pause the video and correct them. In the first example, x is 3, so I'm going to substitute 6 times 3 to see if it's greater than 15. 6 times 3 is 18, and is that greater than 15? Yes, 18 is greater than 15. X equals, that should be 3, is a solution because 18 is greater than 15. In our next example, B, I'm going to substitute 1 in for y. So I'm going to have 10 is greater than or equal to 3 times 1 plus 6. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 6 is 9. So I'm going to have 10 is greater than or equal to 9. Is 10 greater than or equal to 9? Yes, 10 is greater than 9, so that makes the statement true. So y equals 1 is a solution because 10 is greater than or equal to 9. Okay, in example C, you had 3 examples in which I had to plug in 6. So in the first one, I'm going to do 4 times 6 plus 6 is less than 24. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. Is 30 less than 24? Nope, that is not correct. So that one would not be a correct answer. I'm going to cross off A. Now I'm going to plug 6 in for this one. In B, 50 is greater than or equal to 10 times 6 minus 10. So this one I'm going to get 50 is greater than or equal to 6 times 10 is 50, or 60 minus 10 is 50. In this case, that would be true because 50 is equal to 50, and the symbol is greater than or equal to. In the last one, I'm going to do 4 times 6 plus 12 is less than or equal to 40. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 12 is 36. 36 is less than or equal to 40. That is true because 36 is less than 40. So x equals 6 is a solution to the inequalities B and C. Okay, if you need to pause and go back and correct anything, go ahead. Otherwise, when you are done, you may turn off the video and move on with your Google form.